What are the cons being a real estate agent? I think it's important to understand what are the downsides or the negatives with real estate, because again, it gets glorified with social media, it gets glorified in TV shows and online, and there's plenty of great real estate shows. Again, they're not real, most of them are staged. It's not actually what real estate agents do. So that's why I think it's important to understand what are the cons. I mean, every job or career is going to have negatives and things that you don't like to do or you don't enjoy. So it's common that there are negatives or things that you're not going to enjoy. So don't look at it like, oh, this is the end. It's not. But again, it's important to understand some misconceptions of what's going on. So what are some cons being a real estate agent? You're on call 24 hours a day. What does that mean? Your cell phone is how you communicate with clients when you're not with them. Those clients are going to communicate via phone call, text message, or email. Those are the three most common ways. Most people today are text messaging, right? And what they do is they text message when they're not at work or they're thinking about real estate. Well, people look at houses at 11 o'clock at night, at midnight, at 1 in the morning, right? And they're going to text message you at 1 or 1:30 in the morning. They're going to, some people work nights and they're going to message you at 5:30 in the morning and they just got off the job and they want to go see a house at that time, right? So clients are going to constantly reach out to you and bother you all the time. And you work with out of state and sometimes out of the country clients. So again, just because you think, oh, this is what everybody works, people don't work a set job. Everybody has a different job. There isn't like a perfect 9 to 5 or no weekends or no night. That doesn't exist. Every client is different. And you're on call 24 hours a day, which also can be a con when you go out of the country or you go on vacation. You've got to be available for your clients. If you don't answer the phone, they're not going to work with you. It's that simple. The easiest way that I describe it to people is when you go to Google and you type in a question and it doesn't come back in 5 seconds, you literally are hitting the refresh button 1,000 times to get your page to load. People are demanding things instantly. So therefore, you've got to be on call 24 hours a day, available to help your people. I'm not telling you not to sleep. I'm not telling you won't take vacations. You will. You got to be transparent with your clients and let them know when you're going to be available or unavailable. You're going to set those restrictions and when you're going to be out of town. Just make sure you're still communicating with your clients. Another con or a downside, if you will, is the full commission is scared. So there's a lot of ups and downs and huge swings in real estate because you never know when your next check is going to be. So you got to make sure you're really good financially and you're stable with your money. Some months you'll earn $12,000 in commission and the next 2 months you'll earn nothing. So you got to make sure you can save that money up and spread it out over 2 or 3 months. That's another thing to really think about is taxes is something you have to take advantage of as well. So your employer today takes your taxes out of your dollar amounts, right? And then you don't have to worry about paying in. But with real estate, you're full commission. So therefore, you have to take the commission out, the taxes out yourself. So that's another con, if you will, or disadvantage. Another con is the fact that you have to show people houses and you get paid no money. So what I'm talking about is wasted time. Real estate agents spend a ton of time wasting their time and they don't get paid anything. People don't understand this. You could show them 5, 10, 20, 50 houses over the course of 2 years, and then they could stop calling you and change their mind and work with somebody else, and you don't get paid anything. You only get paid when there's a conversion or a closing. So that's another huge con, if you will, is there's a lot of downtime where you're spending with clients, building relationships, getting to know them, and showing properties, driving your car everywhere and not getting anything out of it. So that's, again, understandable as why it's a con. Another thing to think about is your schedule is dictated based on when the client needs you. So you're kind of sporadic and you're on call, if you will, all the time. So that is a huge disadvantage is you're in control of your schedule. But what happens is you have no boss, which sounds like a pro. But what I'm telling you is there's 2 relationships when you start your own business. There's an employer and an employee. So think about it this way. When you work at a job today, they're going to tell you what hours to work and what tasks or jobs to do to earn that money, correct? When people get their real estate license, they suddenly forget that. And when they get in, they're like, well, what am I supposed to do now? And they're expecting someone to tell them what to do. You need to tell yourself, the employer, you need to tell the employee, which is also yourself, you need to lay out a schedule of jobs, tasks, and times. And then as the employee, yourself again, you need to do those tasks and jobs. So again, that's another con because you have no one checking in with you, telling you what to do, holding you accountable, making sure you're showing up to meetings or on time or you're dressed well. Again, You're starting your own business, which is a pro, but there's a lot of disadvantages because you have to dictate those things like your schedule, what you wear, what you do throughout the day. And a lot of people, what it turns into is laziness, mediocrity, or doing nothing. A last con I want to leave you with is you will drown yourself in opportunity. You can make money in real estate a billion different ways. You could call for sale by owners. You could door knock until your hands hurt. You could buy leads from Zillow, for example. You could buy leads from Facebook. You can do open houses. You can call businesses in town. You can advertise on a billboard. You can advertise at a school district. You can call insurance agents. I'll stop there. But what I'm saying is there is so much opportunity. And a lot of real estate agents, what they do is they're like, I'm going to do 42 things. I'm going to do 25 things. I'm going to do all these amazing things. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You'll drown yourself in opportunity because most things take 6 to 9 months to see any progression. That takes a long time and a lot of money and a lot of energy, and to see nothing out of it really is deflating. So that's a huge con as well. Get very direct. Focus on 2 or 3 things that you want to do, and that way you're not wasting your time. But those are just a few cons. Again, there's tons of them, but just some that people don't always think about.